Being all right. Okay. Hello, it's McFluffy52 here. I'd like to apologize for the short break. Well, the kind of break between videos and stuff. I've been a bit busy, and this past weekend I put together a new PC, and so it's been a little while of setting it up. So hopefully back to more regular content, and hopefully the quality is slightly better, though I think I'm still recording at the same resolution because I feel like Magic the Gathering gameplay, you don't need like 1440 or 4K to really get most of it, you know. It's just a card game after all. But yeah, let me know if you have any feedback. But yeah, today we're going to be playing, well, hopefully we're going to be building a deck around Gastral Thrill Seeker. This uncommon, or what is it? I also cleaned up the number of decks I have. I'm at it right now. Alright, Gash. Oh? Do I not own a copy of it? Rill. No. Oh, Gastral. Why did I think it was Gastral? Gastral Thrill Seeker. It's 2 mana, 2/3. Start your engines. When it enters, deals 1 damage to target opponent. You gain 1 life. And then if you have max speed, it has Death Touch and Haste. I just feel like this is a very high value to drop. It's a lizard, which is relevant creature type because Bloomburrow gave us a bunch of typal payoffs for lizards. Sorry, I'm distracted. Is the stream lagging? I don't know. I have a warning on my screen. I'll try and sort that out between now and next week. But yeah, Gastral Thrill Seeker, hopefully building a deck around it. Besides that, we're gonna be playing midweek Magic, warming up on midweek Magic, and well, obviously making progress towards our quest. Oh gosh. Oh wait, yeah, it's not timed. It's bought draft. I guess of Aether Drift. Well, Sky Seeker Serpent is pretty good ramp, and it's flying Death Touch, so it's like removal on a body, sort of. So I think probably a good card. All right, Cullinan is great for like if you have a bunch of vehicles, but are we gonna be able to pull that off? And it's kind of out of the colors of Sky Seeker Serpent, but you really shouldn't lock into any particular color early on into a draft. I don't have much drafting experience. I'll let you know that right now. Boosted Sloop though, we'll give that a try. I feel like a 9/7 is just kind of big. No. And the Rider could be okay. Huh. Hard to pick from among these. Vehicle enters created through 1. Huh. It's actually kind of decent. What is 5 mana for a 5/4 that you have to crew? This is cycling. We'll take it for that reason. Back on track. Interesting. Bounce off. First strike during your turn. Well, I'm not going to be drafting into any one color, am I going? I feel like Light Wheel Enhancements is really good, but we're not really like designed to be a mass speed deck at the moment. We'll just take Bounce off. This draft might turn out to be horrendous. Another boosted sloop. Could have gone Grixis and taken that reanimation spell and tried to draw discard with boosted sloop. All right, let's take That Hull Drifter, card draw. I think it's actually probably decent in draft. A little expensive otherwise. I genuinely don't know what I'm doing. Ooh, 1 mana cycling. We don't. Not played any of Aether Drift draft. I feel so. I just drafting vehicles. I just have this strong urge to never take a vehicle. It's doesn't feel right after playing so much standard where you don't see like any vehicles. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll take the loot. Veteran Beast Rider seems also really good, but we'll take that for Phantom Draft. Take the diversion unit maybe. Well, this is actually the colors we need if we're gonna go teamer. Take that as some interaction. I feel like his music is too loud. I'm just gonna turn it off. 4-1 into the flood the engine seems good. I'm just gonna pick random things at this point. Ooh, ramp and mana fixing and life gain. We'll take a start your engine lands. I guess we'll take point the way. This is just a value pile, isn't it? Doctor Fabricator is an interesting option. We'll try it. It gives us a payoff for our cycling. This is the most nonsensical deck that I've ever put together. Rise from the wreck. That's try some speed. Cheap flyer could be pretty good. Discard a card. Roll a card. Activate only once each turn. Huh. Well, that seems actually decent. Just an 08 to block them. Something to poke the opponents to get speed up, I guess. All out seems pretty nice. Spell Pierce. Yeah. Some ramp and mana fixing, I guess. I don't know. I do not know. Project Sire is something flying still. I guess that's for the reason to play it. Don't really need to draft forest, I guess. Okay. Speed running the draft. That's the goal here. Volt progress. Yeah, Wreck Remover doesn't seem that good, but it does have 1 mana cycling. Nah, it doesn't seem great. I'd rather have the 3/4 and gain me life and doesn't have a pip to cycle. But boosted sloop, I don't think we actually want to. Burner rocket. Yeah, that was definitely something I did not want. Seems hard to activate in this deck. Not a fan of it. No. Alright. Broken wings. When this creature enters, you may sacrifice a creature vehicle. When you do, destroy. I don't think that's necessary. Flood the engine is some nice removal. Skybox Fairy. Little expensive. Oops. It only has 3 toughness. Probably will just die. 3 more cuts. What do we cut? Probably a kickoff celebrations. And a wreck remover. Oh, that's not all. Cut a hole drifter. I think that's actually a relatively balanced deck. We will see how it turns out. 3 colors, I feel like is kind of a bold move, but I gotta find a way to turn down my YouTube sound or like control my my music sound better. Is driving me insane trying to get it to a point where I feel like it's not distracting or like too loud. I guess I'll play an island and then play an 08. Eat that, opponent. What you gonna do? Backing wall saddled. Probably will cycle something here. Rolling point in the way definitely feels a little awkward with your 08. This is sorcery. We can flood the engine on the Aether Jacket if we want. And then just cycle the stall out. Ooh, that's really good. Because that can help us find lands. And then we can... Okay, red source acquired. Question is, do we want to get rid of their Aether Jacket? I don't think it's worth it at the moment. Ah, that's the exhaust icon. Looks so much clearer on my new monitor. Ooh, that's spooky. I forgot there was an artifact sub theme. My goal for this year is to hopefully participate in the early access event for Edge of Eternities. Okay, the opponent is tapped down. We can get in with a Serpent. Let's do this. We could have done that at instant speed, but I don't think it would make a difference to do it now. Why is my bit rate so low? Is that a OBS thing that I don't have set up properly? Stream? Huh. I think that might just be an internet. I don't know. My computer was downloading stuff a lot faster when I tried it. We don't... Yeah, we do have enough to cast the 9/7. Beat this. Ah. Play. Play Thopter Fabricator. Don't let the opponent know we have the flood your engines. Flood the engine. Peru. Oh, it doesn't have haste. So can't attack yet. Light wheel enhancement. Interesting. What if it just stayed tapped? Opponent could have a combat trick. So this give everything. This creature attacks while saddled, it gains indestructible. Not very useful, because we could just block with the 08. If they get rid of the 08, it's kind of annoying, but we don't lose our 9/7, so seems pretty good. Time to flood some engines. And probably ramp some more. Alright, that's a good place to be. I'll tap down my Serpent to crew my Thopter, and hopefully our opponent doesn't kill the Thopter. No, we can return the Thopter to our hand. We're getting there. Opponent doesn't have much left. If we can start cycling, we can start making some Thopters. Alright, opponent tries to blow up the board. We got an answer to that. We will put our 9/7 back into our hand and then replay it. We need up to max speed so we can activate this, but we have so much ramp in our deck that we have honestly too much mana and not enough action. Alright, we'll keep the island in hand as something to draw this card. See if we can make it happen. Anything but land. We have how many of them on the battlefield? We have 12 or 17 lands, so if I thought take another land, I will probably lose it. opponent. 1 mana, Spell Pierce. I think I can pay. I don't think I need that much more mana. Can't play that, but I can play this. We'll do that. We're going to tap out of our counterspell. It's probably not going to get any use just because our opponent is getting up to a fair amount of mana here. Alright, well, maybe. Maybe I regret that, but... Oh, it's just something nice and inexpensive. Still have the 9/7, so... I will play that. I will play the Wreck Remover. Get rid of their light wheel enhancement so they can't recast it from their graveyard. We gain a life. Right through this bad boy. And swing in. Whoops. Well, that's good to know. Reading the card does do some explaining. This gives creatures -1/-7 when they attack. Okay. Still have to trade. I will get rid of the 6/5 with Vigilance. Speed is increased, but we need to find loot. Loot's still in there. If we get loot, oh. Think we're back in it. Oh, we don't have that many big beaters in our deck, so down 5 to 8. Well, that's not ideal. See if we can get our opponent to block. Stream lagging a bunch. See if I can pull it up on my phone. Alright, Marauding Mako, not terrible. Oh, kinda bad. But we got some chump blockers, and we have something to we have enough mana to counterspell. So hopefully we are alright. So I think draft, I was hoping usually the these midweek magic events don't take that long. Draft, I feel like, is going to be one of the ones that take much more time. We'll get rid of that, I think. Now we only have to worry about a flyer. Mako time. Ho ho ho! Let's go! It's loot. It is loot. Do I need to do anything? I don't think so. I can just go to combat and then go from there. A little obnoxious that I probably should have... Well, doesn't matter. If the opponent goes to block, we can kill their flyer. We at least get to attack in with loot. Alright, the opponent has to top deck well, otherwise loot should hopefully take us home. I don't think this card is going to be very useful, so we'll go draw this card. Yikes. Well, get in there, loot. Loot will now draw us 3 cards. Okay. Play boosted sloop. Such a funny name. Boosted sloop. How about no? That should do it. It took us a while, but we got there. GG. Alright. First game, first win. That's a good sign. Not a huge drafter, but I will take the win. I mean, maybe I just won off of drafting loot. Loot seems kind of busted. Alright. Opening hand, we have 0 islands. That does not seem like a good place to be, but we do have loot. Oh, I'm gonna keep it just because we have loot. Hopefully the opponent doesn't have like 1, 2, 3 and we just die, but... Alright, well, point away. It's loot time. We have loot in the yard and we have loot. Not a huge fan of loot, but hey, if he's gonna win me the game, I'll take him. In fact, I genuinely kind of don't like. I find loot's art a bit disturbing half the time. He looks like one of those. Let me look it up real quick. Yeah, he looks like a Furby or something, like a disturbing Furby. Tell me if I'm wrong. Rotting Mako might be a problem. Opponent is speeding away because they got a 1-drop into a 2-drop that gives them... Who cares about speed? Do I just rush out the loot? I don't think we can rush out the loot. Here's an 08 and here's a 1-1. Because if I rush out the loot, we don't get to activate loot at the same time. And so it kind of becomes a bit of a problem. Opponent doesn't like the fact that we also have a shark. Wants to be the only shark in town. We'll get rid of the, or block the Mako because it's the one most likely to grow. Do they have the combat trick? They have a combat trick. Oh, max speed on turn 4 in draft. A little spooky. Alright, it's time to ramp. Alright, this is Ancient Cornucopia at home. Ancient Cornucopia at home. Gain 2 life and can tap for mana of any color. Yikes. Counter on eat. Swing. Should be able to play loot this turn. Darn. Play loot and activate it, so you can play loot and then hold up the ability to draw cards. So that's, I think that's worth. You run out loot now. So we at least get one activation. We could actually use it to add mana and then play Flood the Engine. But I think we need to hold up the ability to draw cards. And loot can kill the Mako if they swing in with it. Unless they get, of course, a way to pump it up. Pump it up. Boros Cycling seems pretty good for draft. Because you got the Mako and a bunch of 2 and 1 mana cyclers. Okay, this is the second time we've seen the unswerving sloth. It's funny that there's a sloth in the racing set. We are going to take some damage here, but we should be able to hopefully kind of stabilize next turn. No mana open, so I don't think they can do anything. Anything crazy. Opponent. Figure out how they want to attack. I don't think they actually have a profitable attack. Loot in an 08. I got some chunk to them. Well, they're going in, so I don't think there's a problem with us blocking this way. So that's gonna do nothing. Unless they have land drop to make this turn, which I guess they could. But then they wouldn't have anything to follow it up with. Gotta draw 3. Seems pretty busted. I will play a land. I'll play 9/7. Is that what I'm gonna do? I'll play another ramp piece and then a 9/7. How about that? How's that? Big teamer nonsense. That's what we're up to. That was crazy. Still can't really attack. We need to find some... Well, we have to flood the engine, so... Marauding Mako, swerving sloth. Double strike. They don't have enough to equip yet, but they have a pit automaton, so I am wrong. They do have enough to equip. Little spooky. Something is gonna die. I think something is going to die. They can only swing in with a sloth, though. Well, actually, go too soon. Alright, double striking 5/5. That's indestructible. Not bad. Pretty good, I would say. Take lethal. That doesn't seem wise. Alright, next turn. Can play Flood the Engine and the Sky Seeker and hold up Stop. No more. One mana. Nothing. I can activate this Sky Seeker Serpent. I kind of want to, I gotta get rid of the flyer. Well, do I? Do I really, though? Alright, we're going to go in. And then I think we're just going to hold back. We have everything we could do. We can do at instant speed. Conan just takes 9. Just takes 9. That's interesting. Loot will come for the Cloud Cycle. Cloudspire Sky Cycle. My goodness. What a mouthful of a name. Might want to hold on to a land here, though. Might want to play this one out so we can get some value. Okay. Okay. I would like to respond. This should die. No. Don't have any cards, so I believe that should go through. And they get a counter on their Rotting Mako. They can crew, but that doesn't do anything. We have the Sky Serpent Seeker, so we can trade with a Mako if they go in. Which I think is a fine trade. Okay. First strike do be kind of problematic. That does not crew, so these boots, man. The double strike boots, we're gonna die to them. Feel trolled. Wow. Opponent scoops it up. We had lethal on the crackback. Did we? No, yes. Counting hard. That's magic. The counting do be kind of difficult. Alright, one more win. Can we make it? Can we get an actual prize? So far, I feel like every single time I've done one of these, I've gotten cards that I've already owned. Kind of sad. Alright. Seems like a good hand. We have like Thopter Fabricator, Mako, the Serpent for ramp. We have options. We don't have red mana for the Mako, so that's a little bit awkward, but as soon as we get red mana, we got Mako and Boosted Sloop. And we also have Boosted Sloop and Thopter Fabricator. Wow. Think of the level. The levels of synergy are insane. Please do not break my Fabricator. Would be much appreciated, opponent. Interference 8. I would like to get a useful card. That wasn't useful. But I will hit you for free. Alright, that's not dangerous. At least right now. We have the bounce off. We can protect our Fabricator, or we can continue going off. Light wheel enhancements. I don't think you're gonna like what's gonna happen here, opponent. Cycling. Come on. Stay at speed 1 for me. Thank you. Where, oh where are my mountains? You'll feel my wrath. The flyers. Okay, I love the Opter Fabricator. What the heck? This is awesome. No. Did I win? Wow, that was utter domination. That was brutal. Well, that is our 3 wins, and we get a card style for green, the uncommon cycle, the uncommon speed cycle. Ooh, I actually don't have many Oculus, or like I don't actually. How many do I have? We'll go check. Why is store showing up? Are there new daily deals? I don't think so. Orbs, quick spend. Kind of sad that I didn't get to push to Mythic this past month, but it is what it is. Alright. I have 2 Oculus. Alright. It is Gastral. Gastel, not Gastral. New keyboard. I'm gonna blame it on that. Lizard time. What are the I actually don't think I have many of the lizard cards. So there's quite a few of them that are uncommon, so oops. Oh, I do actually. I guess I collected all the higher claws. I never crafted them, I don't think. That's interesting. Oh, Spitfire Lagak is standard legal. I would have never guessed that. Green has some lizards. Fruit Walla, nice. Hourglass Mentor. The scene card seems pretty good as well. Gev, I feel like that's kind of the reason you play lizards, as well as Rivaz. Oh yeah, they renamed the Vishanu creatures to lizards, so Rivaz is a lizard. We'll put a Jasper or 2 in. I think lizards are supposed to be pretty aggro. I guess we should get some removal. I feel like we play a full playset of Fireglass. And then the Flame Cash Gecko is nice for if we get a really fast start. This one says, when it enters, it deals 2 damage to target player or planeswalker. That's actually pretty good as well. That works well with the Flame Cash Gecko. I feel like we need a few more 1-drops if we can find a decent option. If we're trying to be like a pretty low to the ground aggro deck. Huh. Not tons of options. We don't avoid looking up what lizards it's play. Okay, so we're gonna be Rakdos. What are some good Rakdos cards? Any ideas, people? I mean, cut down. Some removal. How many lands are we playing? We can probably go down like a land. Don't want to go down more than that. Cut down probably worth it. The rest probably also very good. And then go for the throat, or do we want to play something else? Hopeless Nightmare. I wonder if Hopeless Nightmare is actually kind of decent. Play a 3 of each. Cut down. Yeah. Cut down seems alright. And then some go for the throats. We kind of have it set up a bit to be like a burn deck. Fireglass Mentor. We'll go down 1. Do we go for the throat, or do we change it up? I think we just go for the throat, right? Nothing crazy. What do we got for dual lands? Blackleaf Cliffs, Blazemar Verge. 1 Restless Vents and a full place hit of Sulphur Springs. Our deck is 25 to 24. Wow, that is balanced. Like a pretty balanced amount of mana pips. Alright, we'll have a balanced number of lands. Why can't I click and rename the deck? I hate that it doesn't let you do that. Let you do that. Typing my strong suit. Alright, boom. Give it a whirl. Probably need to make some changes, but the art is stretched. Horrendous. Alright. Rank reset. We're going to be climbing through gold. I don't know if we can do it. We'll find out. Alright. Opponent. They don't have a catchphrase. Alright, well, seems pretty decent. I guess I forgot the Verge is skew black, so maybe we should play a few more mountains than swamps. Because right now we have to use our pain lands to play these hard claws. Play Gev. Whenever you cast a wizard spell, Gev deals 1. Okay. 40 to the consoles, eh? Well, we're gonna try and fight our way through that. Astral Thrill Seeker. I could have ran out Astral Thrill Seeker. Oops. Builder's Talent. Builder's Talent. Do we think there's a split up in our future? I think there might be a split up in our future. Let's not run out our hard claw. Is there a revive 1-drop or 1 mana revive instant? Because there's like fake your own death type effects. That's what I'm thinking of. Don't think maybe it would be worth, but trying to think of how could we protect ourselves from getting sweepered here. Oh, okay, that was not what I was expecting. Well, kind of screwed that up, but probably fine. Take 1, go up to speed 3. This helps us rebuild our board pretty well. I probably should have just leveled up our other lizard, but we get to do 2 hard claw triggers. Opponent has a ton of life gain. Down to 10. Leveling up. 3 mana. Do they have the temporary lockdown? That would heal from existence. What do they go for? Hard claw? Gev? Yeah, it costs you some life, but it's not terrible. Down to 8. Huh. This does 4 damage? No, it does 0 damage because we offspring it play a land. They take pretty much nothing. Is it time to just start pumping our hard claws? We'll try that to start. Oh, do we have lethal? No. We're 1 off. That is crazy. Take a little damage. Down to 1. I'll hold on to the verge so we can trigger a Vine Lasher. Do they have a sweeper? Another builder's talent is not gonna do it. They do get to draw another card, so they could have a temporary lockdown. Nope. Alright. Lizards finishing the job. Not bad. That was actually pretty fun. I have never played the lizards. Actually, I think I played like a very, very small bit of lizards when Bloomberg came out, but it was like the most popular deck at the start of Bloomberg, I feel like, or one of the most popular decks besides rabbits, I think. And so, kind of it wasn't super exciting to me at the time. All right, we can Vine Lasher into Gecko into double cut down, or a single cut down, I guess technically, but we can discard and draw a card. Card is an interesting effect. If an opponent lost life for this turn, you get Rakdos mana back when you play it, so it's kind of like Burning Tree Emissary, if you are familiar with that card. Is it Emissary? Emissary? Ugh. Me good at words. Yeah, our curve is pretty low to the ground. Cycle a land. Alright, I'll fiddle with this later, but I think if I turn on borderless, the sound doesn't turn off when I click out, or maybe I'm just wrong. Perhaps I am just wrong about that. What are you up to, opponent? We don't have a lot of mana here. Well. Yeah. Oh, what the heck? Stop it. Huh. Kind of annoying. Opponent has a reanimation plan. Pretty cool, but really hard for us to stop here. I should have gotten rid of the recommission, didn't I? Or did I get rid of the helping hand? I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, we can activate that more than once. I am losing it. Gonna take 2. Kill the flame cash gecko. Don't kill the iridescent Vine Lasher. It's done nothing wrong. Whoa! Was not expecting that. Huh. Okay, well. Offspring and Ping. The screen frozen. That is unfortunate. The opponent still searching for their white sources, but if they find one, we are in a very bad spot. Get rid of the blocker. We can keep doing damage. Oh, Gastral Thrill Seeker is nice. A little bit of damage. Never did no harm. Ooh, Monument. Very nice. Play Gev. I think at this point our opponent has been stuck on mana for so long that we're just gonna win. Win by default. Phyrexian Dragon Engine. Play a Blizzard. Bring them down to 4. And then I think that guarantees lethal because they can block 3 and they'll still take 4. We know their hands. So, GG. So far, so good. I've actually been enjoying Lizards. There's not much to it. You just put all the lizard cards in a deck, kind of a soup of cards, and then you throw in some removal. But they're kind of fun. I was a real big fan of the Rakdos card that exiles cards from top of your library when it was coming out. I'll point it out if we get to draw at this game. No 1-drop hurts, but we have a tap land, so that's something. Do we run out Gev and then Gastral Thrill Seeker? I think, yeah, we play Gev and then we can play Flame Cash Gecko into Gastral Thrill Seeker. Medicant or Guidelight. We got the robots versus the lizards. I would have never expected this matchup. Watch out. Go for the throat. Also, we're really bad here. Let's not look at that. Take one. Give us a Rakdos. Play another one. Take another one. Right. You want to speed? We can speed to opponent. Opponent doesn't want to trade. Hopefully they don't have removal. They had removal, but they did go for one of our blockers, so we're still in a good spot. Go ahead, crack the map. Pyromancer. Not actually particularly useful. And we'll play a land, crack another map. Still not very useful. Play a Thrill Seeker. Hang ya. 3 speed. Opponent can increase their speed this turn if they want to attack in, but that leaves them wide open, so I think we've got this one on lockdown. Alright. Just lizards. I'm kind of baffled by how well this is working, but I guess I shouldn't be. I feel like a lot of the sets they've printed in the past, I don't know that much about previous sets, but I feel like since like Dominaria, every single set they've printed, they've been like, here's something that we want you to try and put together and play. So like they had Soldiers in Dominaria United, and that was a pretty good deck when it came out. Then you have Bunnies and Lizards from Bloomborough. I guess they're less true in some of the other sets. Because Murders at Karlov Manor, I don't know if there's stuff that they wanted you to do, but they make it happen. Alright, speed 2, turn 2. probably play the Flame Cash Gecko. So, opponent, how's it going over there? Don't mind me, just casual. 6 power on board, turn 3, and we'll get rid of the, yeah, we'll get rid of the deadly cover-up. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Oh, you're gonna ramp. That's cool. Heard that is a pretty good thing to do. Now we have things that have haste. Flame Cash Gecko. Makes mana for itself. We'll go ahead, draw, discard a card. And, do we think they have a sweeper? Nah. Why would they have a sweeper? Alright, if they don't have a sweeper, though, they die. Well, actually, they have removal. Beanstalk. Okay, they're gonna draw 2 cards off their removal spell, but... Vine Lasher and a land puts us in a really good spot. Or just like a Gastral Thrill Seeker, it's a creature. We're playing a creature deck. Okay, goodbye, opponent. We will, oh, we're 1 off. I hate it. I hate it here. I guess I'll play a Vine Lasher. They have a sweeper. They have a sweeper. They have a sweeper. Thrill Seeker off the top. Please, please, please. Do they have it? We duressed 1 away, but did they draw into another one? It's just a Ride's End. Oh my goodness. Do they have a 4-mana sweeper? They've made their land drop, correct? Yeah, they've made their land drop return, so they... Okay, they have all the cheap removal and 2 beanstalks, so... Don't think that means they can get rid of all our board, unless they hit a temporary lockdown. And we're through. Beanstalk, eat your heart out. That was awesome. We beat Beans. I feel like Beans is definitely, don't get me wrong, it's a bit busted and a little bit messed up card, but I feel like the reason the domain deck is so good is not, well, it is Beans, but Zur is what like takes the deck from just a really good deck to insanely good. It's kind of oppressive, the insane curve you can get when you can play like Zur and immediately activate on like turn 4 and swing in with one of your overlords to get extra value and then gain a bunch of life. That life gain is the life gain in hexproof means that you can race these kind of red decks. This hand is awkward, but we'll keep it. Hopefully we draw into an untapped land. Alright, we did not draw into an untapped black source, so... Mistway Spy, Merfolk, no, yes, maybe. Not quite sure what our opponent is up to. It's always awkward with the Vine Lasher or like Offspring creatures in general. Do you Offspring or do you not? I really want to get this Offspringed, but it does seem to be that our opponent is playing a Merfolk deck. Interesting. Well, race you? How about that? We're gonna try to race. Okay, that gives us a pretty decent sequence, I think. You can play land, hardclaw, go for the throat, the Cenote Scouts, they have no blockers, and then attack in and get 2 hardclaw triggers. And then next turn, Offspring. Okay. That sucks. We trade the Vine Lasher for 2 Cenote Scout triggers, or 2 Hardclaw triggers. Probably not. Probably not. No, we were... If that resolved, we were in such a good spot. Man, Spell Pierce main deck. That hurts. And then they get the 3/4. We're just gonna have to burn them out with the Vine Lashers, I think. Plus Fireglass Mentor value. We might not even be able to play the first Vine Lasher. We need to find some removal and stuff. It's a counter spell. Bleeding Out. That is not very helpful. What do we get off the the Fireglass Mentor? We're not attacking. Our cut down is huge. Yev could be good. Yeah, I guess we gotta... I don't know. I don't know. Alright, I'm losing it. Gotta start trading in these hard claws though, I think. Because I don't think we're gonna get much value out of them. Oh! That puts a counter on all their merfolks. No! Alright, I am firmly in the camp of this card is not bad. I remember people saying this card was pretty unexciting, but any 1-drop that has like multiple lines of text should not be printed. No, I'm joking, but my goodness. What are we gonna do? Probably die. I probably should have blocked less creatures. Alright. Ooh, the Offspring also enters with what do we get? A land is pretty cool. We can now do 4 damage. We're trying. We are trying. But we gotta do a lot of blocking next turn. In fact, we just died to the Mindspring Merfolk, giving the Mistway Spy a counter. It's a Cavern of Souls. Oh, we should be playing Cavern of Souls. Forgot. Okay, well. Sparky emote. And that should be lethal. Opponent sees the line. And we have nothing with reach and no removal spells at our disposal, so we're gonna die to the flyer. Alright, well, GG. That is where we're gonna wrap up the stream today. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for coming out, watching, hanging out with me. And this was the deck. Put up real quick. Have a nice morning, evening, night, afternoon, wherever and whenever you're watching. Take care of yourself.